This morning, officials in Lafourche Parish had to shut down Highway 90 and close several schools for a second day.
They're dealing with smoke from a marsh fire. It is creating a really big inconvenience for commuters and families. Rachel Hanley is on Highway 90 for us, where the fire is still smoldering. Rachel, will we see a repeat tomorrow morning?
Well, from what I'm hearing, it's not as likely as it was today, but it's definitely still possible, so you should still be careful. The fire is still generating plenty of smoke. You can see this pretty big hot spot behind me, and I don't know if you can see from here, but there are actual flames coming up from the marsh. So obviously it's still a very active fire here. The person that I spoke with from the fire department says he does think the fire has calmed down since this morning. So he's hopeful that the road closures that we saw this morning won't happen again, but there are no guarantees. By Thursday afternoon, cars were racing past the columns of smoke and burned grass. The morning rush hour looked very different. This marsh fire along Highway 90 West has been burning for days. It created so much smoke Thursday morning, state police closed both sides of 90 between Raceland and Bayou Blue.
You can see it probably in the Desalmans area.
The same thing happened Tuesday morning. After that, firefighters were able to push the fire farther from the road, but it didn't last long.
The wind had changed direction and it came back towards the highway.
Lafourche Fire Protection District 1's Assistant Chief Greg Falgu estimates the fire has burned at least 1,000 acres so far.
Hopefully that it's calmed down enough and it won't cause any more problems tonight.
He says as of Thursday, it seems to be dying down, which could mean we won't see the same closures Friday.
So the road closures made it virtually impossible to get from the residents that are served by the schools to the actual schools.
That's welcome news for families. The closures forced 7 schools in the area to cancel class. That included Central Lafourche High, which is in Raceland, but has students who live in Bayou Blue, which is on the other side of the fire.
I'm a lifelong resident of this community, and this is the first in my 47 years that I've ever seen this happen.
Superintendent Jared Martin says it was a very unusual circumstance for the district. Marsh fires are common during this season, but that amount of smoke on such a busy highway isn't. Based on how the fire looks, both he and Falgu are optimistic that commuters won't have to deal with the same closures Friday morning. But even if the road stays open, drivers still need to be careful. The forecast shows the wind might push whatever smoke there is onto that same stretch of road. The district hasn't made a call on whether to close schools yet. So again, we want to reiterate, if you have to travel in this area tomorrow, even though there is less smoke, there is still a very good chance of lower visibility than normal, so you should definitely be cautious. In Lafourche Parish, Rachel Hanley, WWL Louisiana.